Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're making lemon cornmeal biscuits. They're a little on the sweeter side and I'm going to be pairing these biscuits with the strawberry basil relish that I made the other day. And I'll put a link to that video in the comments below. For our biscuits, we're going to need 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup of yellow grain cornmeal. We also need 1/3 cup of sugar, and this is a combination of 2½ teaspoons of baking powder and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to whisk this together. To our dry ingredients, I'm putting in a stick of unsalted butter, and I'm using a pastry cutter because I want to kind of get the butter cut into the dry ingredients. If you don't have a pastry cutter, that's all right. You can use a fork, or you know what? Use your fingers. When we're cutting the butter into the dry ingredients, we want it to get to the point where it resembles coarse cornmeal, and that's pretty much where we're at right now with this. This is what it should look like. It's just kind of very like coarse cornmeal. To this, I'm adding in some lemon zest and 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. I'm also going to be adding in 2 eggs. To this, I'm going to be adding a little bit of milk until it all comes together. Taken our dough and I've put it on a floured piece of parchment. And I'm going to take the parchment and I'm going to fold it over and then fold it over this way, kind of into thirds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the parchment over and I'm going to press the dough out so it's about, I'd say 1 inch thick. I'm going to put this in the freezer for about 20 minutes. All right, we're out of the freezer. It's been 20 minutes and I'm going to cut our biscuits, I think, into squares. You can use a biscuit cutter if you want, but I think for today, what I'm going to do is just cut the biscuits with a knife. And I'm just going to cut in half like this. Now I'm going to take our biscuits and I'm going to transfer them to a baking sheet that I've lined with parchment. I'm going to take some milk and I'm going to brush milk over the tops of each. This is going to help them get a nice brown color on top. It's also going to help the turbinado sugar that I'm going to sprinkle on here stick to them. I have my big thing of turbinado sugar and I'm just going to sprinkle it on the tops of each of the biscuits because these are supposed to be sweet, not a savory. We're going to pop our biscuits in a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 22 minutes and let them cool, and then I'm excited to show you what I'm going to do with them next. Well, they're out of the oven and they're cooling on a cooling rack. They didn't rise like I thought they would. It's okay, not gonna sweat it. So in a small bowl, I have about 1 cup of whipping cream and 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and I'm gonna whip this up. This is part of what we're gonna be adding to our lemon cornmeal biscuits. All right, so our whipping cream is all done and off to the refrigerator it goes until we're ready. So here we go. I have, if you remember this, if you saw my last video, this is our strawberry basil relish. And here's the whipped cream I just made. Can you see where I'm going with this? And here is our lemon cornmeal biscuit. Hold on. All right, so I've already cut it in half. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the whipped cream, put that on here. Oh, yum. Then I'm gonna take some of strawberry basil relish, put that on top. Cover it with a little biscuit. Oh, look at that. All right, now let's bite into this. Oh, this looks amazing. Let's get some of the biscuit and the whipped cream and the strawberry. All right. I feel good about this. Much better than I did with my strawberry shortcake cake. So this biscuit, the lemon cornmeal biscuit, has a lot of texture in it because of the cornmeal. A little bit crunchy. So you have texture there. Then you have the sweetness of the whipped cream, the strawberry basil relish, which isn't really sweet. It just really brings out the flavor of the strawberry and the basil. And it is just to die for. So excited that I did this. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. I'm going to leave a link to the strawberry basil relish in the description, as well as my strawberry shortcake cake recipe that everybody said, oh, it looks beautiful, but for me, it didn't really turn out all that well. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on your notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any videos, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day.